Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson. I am your host, Dr. Jefferson, and today we're going to have a conversation around man. It's a conversation around or reviewing the text thread between two people who are in a relationship at the course of the beginning of the text, of course, beginning of the text they were together. And I'm going to let you guys be the judge of where the context of the conversation takes them in their relationship. So I'm going to play a little video that I've comprised of the text message thread, kind of going back to back to back to back or whatever. And you guys will get to a chance to kind of look at them. So just make sure that if you're not a speed reader or whatever, I will go ahead and I'll read the text messages out as well, because I'm definitely going to repost this on my podcast where it's just verbal anyway. So I'm going to read it, but you guys probably need to be able to speed read, because each text screenshot is around 20 to 29 seconds. Okay, allotted. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what that means today. And I want to know from you guys what you think the woman is trying to convey and the guy is trying to convey. And I want you to tell me whether or not you think either one of them is wrong for their responses to one another over the course of this conversation. Okay. And then I'll give you guys my insights as well. So if you guys are a first time viewer viewing the content here, just know that Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson is a platform where we have accountability conversations in relation to issues that definitely affect either directly or indirectly the Black and Brown community in America, whether those issues and topics relate to things that are happening in this country or outside of this country. And that's where we do review of content and et cetera, right? So let me put this up for you. Let me know what you guys think. Man. Says, hey babe, guess what? What, babe? I got the job. $70,000 a year. That's amazing, babe. Couldn't have come at a better time. Now I can step down from my position and focus on my mental health. Huh? Babe, I'm not happy at this job. The money is great, but I've been working too hard for 4 years straight. I stayed so you could finish your degree. I just want a less stressful job. I'm depressed here. That's what the guy says. So the woman says, depressed? How, when you make 6 figures and we have everything we need, Patrick? You're telling me about your depression now? So you're going to be unemployed while I pay the bills? Like that's what you out here in these streets saying? You want me to take care of us? So then let me go. I don't think I copied this right. Hold on. 25 years. I'm asking you. Okay, so he at the end, you guys see he was messaging her. Let me go back to the original so I can give you guys the bottom of that first one. It says, Brittany, I paid all of your bills, our bills, for 2.5 years. Okay. So he's saying that was at the bottom. And then now I'm going to go back to read at the top of this one. I'm asking you to hold us down until I see this therapist and get my mental right. I already have a few opportunities lined up. I need a month. She says, wow, that isn't fair. I have to support you because you're depressed over a good career. You can't see a therapist and work as well. So he says, no, I want to focus on my mental health the entire month. I'm asking you to have my back like I had yours. What's the problem? So then she says, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you chose to allow me to focus on school, but that was your job. You provide for me, not the other way around. You can see a therapist and work. You're sounding lazy at this point. Lazy? Did I call you lazy when you were in school full time for 2.5 years? Listen, I said what I said. He's standing by what he's, has said, and that's what it's going to be, right? So he's like, you either with me or you're not. So then she says not. Okay. Okay. Right. So then he's like, so we're done. Are you serious? She's like, Patrick, I'm dead ass serious. I cannot support a man, not even for a month. I wish you would have told me about this depression. I would have left a long time ago. I don't have time to deal with it. Man, that's crazy. You hid that from me, and that isn't fair. I hope you're able to get help. I didn't sign up for this. Then he says, okay, at least I know you're not wife material. I've been seeing a therapist over my depression, and I'm not quitting my job. I wanted to see if you truly have my back before I propose. Get your shit and leave my house. You have your job now, so you can pay all of your own bills. We done here. And she said, I knew you was playing. I was just joking, babe. He said, lies. You were serious, Brett. I'm good. Just get your shit and leave my home. Oh, man. This is rough. This is rough. And he says, stop calling me. I don't have anything else to say to you. So, man, what y'all thinking about this? How you feeling? What are your thoughts? Man, that was like time, right on time, right? What are your thoughts, though? I want to know how you guys are feeling about this. What are your thoughts about this text thread between these two people? Anybody? Do you guys feel like she really was playing from the beginning in her responses? How you feel, Kel? What you think?
I don't think he was. I don't think he was playing. If he was,
She, the
good
girl.
joke on her. I mean that's a good test. I mean to see what he had. I mean you want to do it that way. You find some good information in the end. I mean the way she flipped, it didn't. That didn't. No, no, she wasn't joking. I'm like, oh, she wasn't playing. Some things you just ain't gonna do. You can't play like that. That your.
So, Latasha, you said she wasn't
I
joking.
don't think she was either.
Do you think? Do you think? Do you think? Do you think he was wrong for setting her up, or do you think he set her up at all? Like,
I think she set herself up.
he started sending the messages though.
I'm just saying, but she walked into that because he started sensing that, so he put the motion into play like they have no consistent, like no simultaneously. He told to see where they're gonna go.
So the reality is this: women have an expectation, and then they expect expectation for men to step up and do the manly thing, protect and provide for them. Okay, there is a viewer of mine, Rush Casey. He always talks about men who take care of women are suckers. That's his thing. Okay, that's his whole thing. And I'm gonna be honest. Like, some women don't have a realistic expectation when it comes to what their role will be in the relationship. So I'm just curious as to what it is you guys feel like she expected was her role in the relationship, given her response to him when he says, "Oh, I want to focus on my mental health." Let's go back to her comment. I didn't see it. So hold on. He had to see who he was dealing with. I don't feel like he was wrong. So why can't he just have a conversation? Whatever happened to effective, good old face-to-face conversation where we're talking about the issues that we really are trying to gauge, instead of being manipulative and sending her a message and setting her up for failure? Do you guys feel like she didn't give him an opportunity to give a good reason as to why he didn't want to work, and why? What would you do in this situation in reality? And you know what? I'm sad because I probably messed up because I shouldn't let you guys saw the outcome of their conversation. Maybe. What if this were you in the situation? Do you feel like if you're a woman, or if you're the man in the situation, if you are a person who is with someone who knows that you have a particular expectation out of them, and then that person decides to flip the script, and they're no longer willing to perform in the capacity in which you have asked them to perform in. So that's if it's a guy and you're expecting him to be the protector and the provider or whatever. Let's just say that he now doesn't want to do the protecting and the providing, and he's like, you know what, I want to do something else. I think asking to focus on his mental health is a huge plus for him. Okay. And so I think personally, the woman in the situation was wrong for saying that she didn't value his mental health and then also using it against him. But I also think that she had a valid point because it shows that there was some space where she had some wiggle room, right? And she was trying to gauge whether or not he really was focused on his mental health. Now, she said, let me go back. She said, you seem a little lazy right now. Let me pull it back up. Go back and pull this thing back up. Get it a little bigger. So right here, it shows that she's trying to gauge if he really is depressed. Okay. That's the first page of messages. So now she's trying to see, is he being honest about this? Like, is this a real thing? Like, is this really what he's feeling or whatever? Or is this something else? You know what I mean? Is it something else there? So, and she's also gauging what he's expecting out of her. So she's saying, so you're going to be unemployed while I pay all the bills? What the fuck wrong with you? Man, I'm trying hard to be devil's advocate and then advocate for this woman and her position right here. So you guys help me out. Do you feel like she was really trying to gauge whether or not he really had an issue going on right here? Or do you feel like this was just her trying to cover her bases? Because I feel like she was definitely trying to gauge whether or not something really was going on with him. Hi, William. How are you? Says she could have gave him some time to better himself. Let me pull this off so I can see. Better himself until he was well enough to perform his duties as a man again. I agree with that. But do you think that that's what she was saying when she was saying, like, you know, you can work and attend to your mental health? Do you think she was saying, okay, if your mental health is really a concern, I think that you could also work at the same time. Like, you can get both of these things done simultaneously and still bring in the same level of income that you've been bringing in already. Because she's saying that she got a job making 70 grand a year. So $70,000 a year in comparison to him making over 100,000 a year may not be enough or sufficient to provide for their family system, even for that 1 month, unless they've been saving. So what I see is maybe she's panicking at the idea that maybe I'm not even stable in this job. And what if I get fired? Where does that leave us? But then a point of contention that goes to him is that he says, well, I already have a couple of opportunities lined up, right? So while I'm taking off during this time, I'll be attending to my mental health, but also transitioning to a more suitable position to where I can now reseat myself as the provider. So my question is for the ladies out there, what do you think your role is in a relationship in a society where now women also are accumulating sufficient income to be able to provide for the household in which you share with the man? That's my question. Also, what does that mean the male's position is? Because I think that we've had a segment to where I spoke to the natural components of couples surviving relationships, in which men are expected to be the provider, and women are expected to be the compass in that relationship. It doesn't come without the woman acquiring some level of wealth over the course of the relationship, to be honest with you. So wealth is not just financial, okay? It's also knowledge. So if this guy is saying, okay, I made a sacrifice, I let you go to school, And I decided to take care of us while you got your degree. So now that you have your degree, after I've allowed you to focus 100% on acquiring it, it's now my turn to focus on the stressors that have accumulated over the course of me taking care of the home independently and vacating my mental health and wellness. I think that this goes to say, possibly, we do not value mental health. That's what it goes to say. Take a look at it again. Let's look at this second page, okay? Let's see where the conversation is going. And then he's giving her ample opportunity. Ample opportunity.
Everybody can't do both.
Yeah, I believe you said maybe she doesn't understand the seriousness of mental health, mental illness. Some people can do both, as he was doing, but it wasn't working for him, so he needed a break to focus on himself. And do you think that she should have been willing to possibly allow him space to pursue his mental health full time?
She gave him a time frame.
He gave her he gave her a specific time that he needed her to. Yeah. He was like, "Listen, I just need you to have my back for a month." For 1 month, ladies. What does that say about us? What does that say about us? And then he said, "Have my back." So he's not saying pay everything. He's saying have my back. Exactly. So he may have enough in savings to take you forward, but you can't even have his back. What is wrong with, what does that say about us women? Say, if I was her, I would have said, okay, you held me down, so I'll hold you down. Right. Exactly. Right. Right. You cannot. Survival. Man, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't know what to say. Like, listen, sir, you gonna willingly quit your job and you expect for me to take care of us? Nah, nigga, I ain't doing that. What does that say about women? Now you guys are starting to give Kevin Samuel some fuel for real out here. Like, seriously, he say modern day women have unrealistic expectations. I'm going to go ahead and go with him. It's unrealistic, ladies. Let me just be honest with you guys. It's unrealistic for you to expect a man to take care of you, fully take care of you. And then when he needs you, in order for him not only to just focus on his mental health, because there are other things that happen. Right. When he needs you, you decide to run off after you have used him and spent him and all that good stuff. It says that you don't value mental health. You maybe don't understand the importance of it. Like Latasha said, and maybe you don't even value your position or the man's sacrifice when he's in a relationship with you. Love and life are about, both of them are about learning lessons and growing into mature spaces where you're able to focus in 100% on not only the person that you're with in a relationship, but also you're able to focus in on the relationship itself and its viability over the course of time. Women, I keep saying this, and I feel a little redundant in saying it. You guys know how I feel about redundancy, okay? I hate repeating myself over and over again. But I understand that, you know, maybe I'm not reaching the ones in the back, but it's your job to support your man after he supported your family system, or even before he's gotten there, because it's your job to increase his capacity to be able to provide for you guys overall. So even if that means connecting him with the right resources, making sure that he has what he needs to go out there and vet the job that he needs, making sure that he has the right platforms to be looking for the job that will help to provide for your family system, even if it means leveling him up or increasing his value, increasing his worth as it comes to him applying for jobs, et cetera, et cetera. That's your job. You're supposed to be there as his compass. You are the stability component in the relationship. He's the protector of that stability. So he protects you and he provides for you so you can continue to do those things. But if you're misappropriating his provisions, what does that say about you? So even though this guy is like, listen, this was just a joke. This was me just basically trying to see what was out there, and now you gave me confirmation that it ain't you. The reality is this shows a very, very disturbing image of the Black woman. Britt, you're wrong. You're wrong. I can't even support you. I can't, and that just is so disheartening. But I can't support you. You're a bad example of what good women look like. And that's the reason that so many men are out here disgruntled, because they've been used and used up and abused and misused by so many women with the wrong agenda. Of course, you want a man that's going to provide for you. But this dude at no point said, you know what? It's not providing for you at all. Right. This dude told you that he just needed you to hold him down, have his back for a month. And that was your response. Like, get your shit and get out of this dude's house, guy. Like, it's over. It's over. Because the reality is this: you really can't come back from realizations like this. If there are any things that lead to us understanding that we've allowed somebody to overstay their welcome in our space, it's these aha moments. Yeah. I hope you got somewhere to go. Because wherever you're going to go, it won't be there. It won't be at his house and his space where he's providing for you. And the crazy thing is that this is probably what you deserve. You deserve some time to go and reflect and get yourself together. Right. So that's what I've got, you guys. Man, this is rough. It's rough, you know, but I'm here for accountability, and that's a mark on us. I do feel like, however, because I'm not gonna overlook his immaturity. He definitely should have just gone to her and sat down and had a conversation about his suspicions. And he should have said, hey, listen, I really, I'm looking at what our future together looks like. And I'm just curious as to whether or not you're the kind of woman that believes one way or another as it relates to providing in a relationship. So what do you think my role should be going forward in our relationship? And what is that contingent upon? What are some of the things that you're willing to negotiate around, as far as like the things that you really expect for me to do and that are hardcore boundaries? Because a man should always be a provider. I'm not taking a man from that provisional role, because I'm very old school, traditional with my value systems of what men should be doing in relationships or whatever. And then I also understand that innately a woman cannot adequately render the respect that is owed to a man in a relationship with her without understanding that he is doing the things that men do. And so it's his job to be a provider. Whatever that looks like is, up to him. But as a woman, it's also your job to be the stability and the peace in the relationship. So you can't be his peace if you're overwhelming him with expectations or requirements that you're not helping him meet. So you still have to keep yourself calibrated, and you have to do the things that allow your relationship to survive the test of time, the issues that come about that knock people off their basic ability to be able to be and position themselves and see themselves in those roles without issues, right? So what I want to say is this: he was wrong for being so damn immature. He should have just sat down and had a conversation with her. Conversations lead to, understanding lead to us positioning ourselves the proper way. I think that we have to be people who understand the importance of keeping ourselves and our relationships balanced. Okay. So, as much as I hate to say it, the guy was right in this situation. The wrongs come on the part of the woman, but nobody's, wrong more than both people in this situation when it comes to you having a feeling like you have to set somebody up to find out their truth. That shows there was a significant degree of insecurity in the relationship altogether. So go out there, be great, live well, and make sure that you guys are doing the work that to help you keep yourselves balanced and tethered. Please, please, please be good to one another. Happy wonderful Wednesday. Today is a Wednesday that's an opportunity for you to achieve another level of growth in your maturation cycle of life. My birthday is tomorrow, right? So if that's nothing to get excited about for you, it's something to get excited about for me. So yeah, go out there and be great, you guys. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out and sitting through this very short segment today. I definitely intended to be under 30 minutes. I'm under 30 minutes, so I've met my goal. Go and like my YouTube channel. If you've not already liked and subscribed to it, go do it now. And I'm definitely trying to grow it. Don't forget to share the content if it resonated with you, and continue to share your insights about this conversation between Britt and her guy, That's all I got. Later days. Bye.
Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I rip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Phenomenon.